Clark State College, Idaho, as a volunteer historian and statistician, covering more than 2,500 Warrior home athletic events and establishing all of Lewis Clark State's official record books. When the NAIA Baseball World Series moved to Lewis Clark State in 1984, Denny volunteered to be the official statistician of the games, a title he still holds today. Since 1980, Denny has recorded stats for nearly 600 NAIA World Series games, and in the process, he created the official record book for the NAIA World Series. Denny spent hundreds of hours reviewing microfilm and newspaper archives to ensure no details were excluded. The official records include information as specific as the last time a team won with just one hit, or the last time a team pulled off a triple steal. It's important to note that Denny has never been officially employed by the NAIA or Lewis Clark State. His contributions have been purely voluntary, and in some cases, he has utilized personal vacation days to provide services at NAIA games. Denny was inducted into the Lewis Clark State Hall of Fame in 2013 as their first special contributor, and the Lewis Clark State press box is now named in honor of him and his contributions to the school. No individual has had a greater impact on athletic statistics and historical bookkeeping than Denny. His selfless commitment to preserving NAIA records has ensured that decades of history remain intact. The Hall of Fame Meritorious Service Award goes to Denny Grubb.
That's the first time I've seen that video along with you guys. That dog was my, I finally found a replacement, so after all these years. I want to thank the NAIA for this incredible honor. It's very humbling to be included with so many other greats in the history of the NAIA. I want to thank former Lewis Clark State Athletic Director Richard Hannon for recognizing my athletic ability in 1977 and instantly offering me a position to become the school statistician and the first unofficial sports information director. 7 years later, LC State was awarded the NAIA Baseball World Series, and that is when I really started digging into the NAIA archives. Along with the series came my stat mentor and the original man behind the NAIA baseball numbers, Paul Merkel, coach of Whitworth College. Paul had coached the Pirates to the 1960 World Series, and he volunteered to help when the series came to Lewiston in 1984. Paul trusted me with all of his archive stats, and it's been my goal since then to continue to improve and update baseball history in the NAIA and serve as the official scorer for the series. So I want to thank Paul Merkel for all of his years that he dedicated to the NAIA. Through the NAIA, I've met other great baseball coaches, Gordy Gillespie, Woody Hunt, and Denny Craybaugh, to name a few, who all have become and were great friends. I want to thank them for their years of dedication to the NAIA and making baseball exciting and a very learning experience. And believe it or not, I want to thank Pete Hansen and the umpires for their years, always helping out during the series and giving us a lot of insight. Also, a huge thank you to Lou Yasinich of Grandview, who made me feel at home when the series went to Iowa, and he showed me great hospitality there. I'd like to thank some of the people who made themselves available through the years for their help. From Washington State University, Rod Commons, Paul Madison of Western Washington, Jack Serrault, a sports writer from the Tacoma News Tribune, and Bob Guptill, who you saw pictured here from Central Washington. They were all great advisors during the 70s, 80s, and 90s. A huge thank you to my current gang of stat gurus who are always just one text away from helping out in a pinch We have Mike Safford of Oregon Tech, John Jordan, who is now at Flagler, and my right-hand man from Eastern Oregon, Sam Grist. Sam's been my stat tech man in the press box during the series for more than 20 years, and he pretends to enjoy my company sometimes for 14 hours a day on a game day. In fact, right now, Sam is sitting in my chair as the Warriors are playing baseball and keeping the stats at LC State. Last I heard, they were leading 1-0 going to the second inning over Warner Pacific. So I thank Sam for filling in for us. Perhaps the life of a stat man could be summed up in an article written about Sam and I during the series one year. Following a wacky triple play, a local sports writer wrote, quote, "I was sitting in the press box near Grubb and fellow stat keeper Sam Grist when the play went down. It was obvious they enjoyed debating the recording of such a funky occurrence." He says, "For stat keepers, a haywire triple play is like a kiss from a beautiful woman, except for the fact that stat keepers are more likely to encounter haywire triple plays." My thanks to the athletic directors that followed Coach Hannon, Gary Piccone, and Brooke Cushman. They have been a pleasure to help out. They both have added many improvements to the series every year and make it special for all the participants. Besides John Jordan, who's at Flagler, as I mentioned, after he left, I want to thank all the official sports information directors that worked at LC through the years, supporting Warrior sports and the NAIA World Series. Thank you to Mike Tatko, Logan Fowler, and Bert Solberg. And also a big thank you to longtime radio play-by-play announcer, Brian Danner, who was pictured there. Brian has been with LC State since the 90s and fills in some missing details when the Warriors go on the road. Oh, and I guess I should mention our current SID, Assistant Athletic Director at LC State and current Sports Information Director. I want to thank Alicia Alexander, my presenter today, for surpassing all the others and bringing LC State into the cutting edge of social technology. She's accomplished many remarkable feats in just 6 short years and is mainly, I believe, responsible for me standing here right now. Last but certainly not least, thanks to my family, thanks to my wife and daughter who made the trip with me, my wife Deanne, the one beautiful woman I have encountered, by the way. She's endured, I think, 40 or 41 years. I'm not good with numbers. I can't remember how many. She's endured that many years of me missing family meals to attend games and searching for minute sports facts instead of doing household chores. Thanks to my daughter and 2 boys, my daughter Megan is the only one of the kids that understands what an earned run is, has inherited her love of numbers for her current job, and challenges any historical tidbit that I might come up with. Thanks to my 2 boys, John and Sam, who learned to understand why making sure that a courtesy runner is recorded and the guy that gets just 1 at bat in the World Series is more important than current world events. And again, thank you to all those responsible for this great award. And I want to invite you to the 2025 NAIA World Series in Lewiston, starting at 8:35 in the morning on May 23rd. If you attend, stop by the press box, say hello, and I'll make sure Alicia buys you a hot dog. Thank you.